Welcome back. Countries around the world are facing another New Year's Eve dealing with COVID-19. And for many, ringing in 2022 is giving them a sense of deja vu. Ian Lee has this story.
2021 ended much like 2020, with lackluster celebrations around the world. To prevent the spread of COVID, New Zealand put on a light show, punctuated by car horns and sirens instead of fireworks. But neighboring Australia decided to break the global trend and light up the sky. Fireworks ushered in the new year with thousands watching in awe. 13 million people in the Chinese city of Xi'an are spending the night in lockdown as the country deals with its latest outbreak. In London, Big Ben will usher in the year for the first time in 4 years after completing restoration work. But many cities here in the UK won't be holding their traditional concerts or fireworks shows as COVID cases reach record highs. The virus is casting a shadow over much of Europe's celebrations. Italy canceled public parties after it also hit a record number of new infections. In Rome, locals and tourists quickly got tested before meeting family and friends. But the fear of yesteryear seems to be replaced by a new optimism.
I'm not at all worried. We have lots of vaccines.
I'm confident that we'll get over this and everything will be okay.
And in Spain's capital, Madrid, the show will go on, but the number of revelers will be reduced and they'll all be required to mask up. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
Pope Francis has also canceled his traditional New Year's Eve visit to the Nativity scene in St. Peter's Square. The Vatican says the Pope wants to discourage crowds and avoid gatherings as Italy deals with record daily cases. Back here in the States, tens of thousands of people are crammed into Times Square to watch the ball drop and ring in the new year. Surging COVID cases reduced that guest list to a socially distanced 15,000 spectators. Police spent the wee hours putting barriers in place, and spectators must go through a multi-layered security screening process, and everyone must wear a mask. People there say they feel safe with the extra precautions in place.
I think New York is doing a good job with scaling it down, but still keeping life as usual as much as we can.
Meanwhile, rooftops on the Vegas Strip are prepping for the fireworks show there, and Chicago is going forward with what it calls the largest fireworks display in Windy City history, spread out over a 1.5 mile stretch of downtown. And a new year means New Year's resolutions, and for many, that means goals like losing weight or eating better. But the American Medical Association is encouraging people to commit to making better health choices in the coming year that will improve overall health. High blood pressure and diabetes can increase your risk of a heart attack or stroke, so they urge people to monitor blood pressure and to check your risk of diabetes. Managing stress and exercising should also be at the top of your list, as well as eating and sleeping right. Another recommendation, drink in moderation. Guidelines say up to 1 drink per day for women and 2 per day for men. Coming up, we'll take a look at some celestial events to look forward to in the new year, plus one final look at your forecast after the break.